Hi, I'm George Swanberg. I'm the director of Lifeline Counseling Center in Fairfax, Virginia, and I've been doing addiction and psychiatric treatment for about 47 years, mostly in the Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia areas. And the reason I'm doing this webcast is because there seem to be a lot of people that I'm talking with. I deal with maybe 4 to 5 new clients a week who don't seem to have any support system for dealing with an addicted teen or young adult, or even sometimes a middle-aged adult that they've gotten involved in trying to help. And they don't talk with one another. People keep it private. There's a little shame involved with it. They don't know that the people next door had exactly the same problem 2 years ago. They don't communicate on this, so they come in and I do this work over and over again. This is the kind of thing that people come in and they're wired a certain way mentally to think of their child or their family member in a certain way, that they really are a victim of something. And we want to be able to help them to change how they think about this in the way that really helps the family member. People don't know about the range of services available, or the fact that they can make decisions about how much they spend on getting help. And so that's another area. I want to thank first, though, my friends, Ed Payne and Levi Magyar, for helping me get all of this information, or all of this equipment set up so that we've got the right microphones, cameras, settings, and things like that in computer setup, so that it'll all work together to do this. So I really want to thank them for all of their help with this. They've given sacrificially to this project. There will be more webcasts after today. We're going to do regular casting, so please tune in on a regular basis to get help from this, and tell your friends and family. Even if you don't have anything going on in your life or in your family right now that is involved with drugs and alcohol or intervention psychiatrically, but you have friends and family, you have people next door who do have that issue. So please pass along this link to them. You'll find it on George Swanberg YouTube, and the editions will probably just be numbered. Addiction 1, 2, 3, or something like that, until I can find a way to be more creative. But the first thing I wanted to tell you in terms of providing real help on this is that there are levels of help that people get. If someone is in need of detoxification, they will typically go to an emergency room and into a hospital setting where they will be detoxified. What detoxification means is that their brain and body naturally want to detoxify themselves and right themselves. And sometimes people cooperate with that process. They know that if they passed out or something like that, that they need help. The second level, where they step down from hospitalization, which would be sometimes a locked unit, into residential, which is not a locked environment, but it is a way to separate people from their environment that's toxic to them. And I've directed a couple of those programs out in the country, which is a great way to do it. It's a very difficult thing to do, but it's a great way to do it because you really can separate people from their suppliers of drugs and alcohol and the other people who might be toxic to their sobriety and recovery. And we'll talk about the differences between sobriety and abstinence and recovery as well, because there are big differences. Then the next level down from that is intensive outpatient treatment, and that's the program that I run in Warrenton, Fairfax, and now we have a new pain program in Gainesville, Virginia, to do that kind of work. We're trying to do help people with opiate-free pain management, because so many people get involved with addiction to opiates through legitimate pain issues. The last person that I had, a client who died of opiate overdose, was fentanyl overdose. He had a legitimate back problem, and then he had gotten the surgery from that and realized that he could not get off from the opiates. He loved him. Before I could get him admitted, he died. So this is the tragedy, and this is the urgency with which we are doing this webcast and trying to help people earlier when they can still be helped. The next level would just be outpatient, and typically in addiction treatment that is a continuing care kind of a situation where people have done the initial separating themselves from their using environment, understanding why they cannot get over this just by using their willpower. There's been a messenger implanted in their brain by the chemical that demands that they go ahead and continue to use. And so there are many things like that going on. But we're going to be talking about all these things, and I hope you tune in. It gets more specific, and we're going to have some guests on here as well, talking about their experiences with this and what they found. So it's going to be a good situation. I hope you tune in. Thanks for watching.